Hi everybody. So I've apologized for the fact that it took me a little while to get this to you guys. But let me go over this. This is something you'll need for the homework assignment this weekend. We got through almost everything in class in terms of how to rotate a square, how to scale something, etc. How to prove it's a square, how to use the station point, whatever. The last thing that I need to show you is how to determine the height of a cube and the distance in 2 point, and I'm going to go from here. So hopefully you can understand the setup I have here. A 90-degree corner at the station point. Lines going to VP1 and VP2, the center of vision and the line of vision, etc. So what I have here is I have an arbitrary height for a cube, and it's going to be foreshortened in these two directions. The first thing I would do is I would rotate this height to the left and right onto something I'm going to call the measuring line. We'll talk more about it next week. But basically, you draw an arbitrary line. It's kind of like a ruler in space. You rotate this distance in each direction to determine this is the length of this Delilah if I were to lay it in either side. And then here's the formula I want you to remember. And you need to memorize this. This is vanishing point to station point equals measuring point. Now what that looks like is something like that. So if you measure from vanishing point 2 to the station point, and then you swing that measurement up using a compass or dividers, it'll locate a point on the eye level that we're going to call measuring point 2. Now measuring point 2 is the perfect spot, and I can explain how it works later, where it will cut off this line at the proper depth. So this is the actual length, this is the actual distance of the cube, but we have to foreshorten it onto this line, and we're going to do it using measuring point 2. So if you do this and you draw from here to measuring point 2, it'll cut off this line at exactly the right distance, and then you can draw one side of the cube. You do the same thing in reverse. You measure from vanishing point 1 to the station point, swing it up to here, you'll get measuring point 1. And if you draw from here to measuring point 1, it will cut off this line at exactly the right spot. And then you can finish a cube. So that's how you basically draw a cube in 2-point perspective using measuring points. And that's essentially it. I understand some of you guys may be confused by this. Do your best. We'll talk about it in class on Monday. Keep in mind that this video presumes the knowledge that we covered in the lecture, last Wednesday. So work from there, do your best, and we'll see what happens. And I will fix any problems that come up. So don't worry about it. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.